Is Henry Cavill the best Superman? Do Kryptonian accents signify anything? What happens if Superman waxes his chest? Holy shit! Did Zack Snyder direct the video for Tomorrow by Morrissey? I love that song. All this and more in today's episode of Pulling Focus. Hello fellow cinephiles, what is up? My name's Lou, and today we're leaping tall buildings with Man of Steel. As you can see, I'm wearing my cardigan, which means this is going to be a half-whole review, and there are going to be spoilers. You've been warned. Man of Steel, for those of you living under a rock, is the latest take on the Superman origin story. Directed by Zack Snyder, it was released in 2013, and got what seemed to be lukewarm reviews. Full disclosure, I'm not a comic fan, and I have a very basic knowledge of the lore here, so I can't tell you for sure if it holds to canon. That said, I really like what Snyder and screenwriter David Goyer did here, taking the familiar story and setting it up like an alien invasion movie. I'm kind of so-so on Snyder's work before this. I like the Dawn of the Dead remake a ton, and it's hard to make Morrissey look bad. Other than that, nothing else really blew my skirt up. Lots of cool looking shit, but not enough heart, I suppose. However, this take on the Superman story made familiar material exciting to me, while adding just enough character moments to allow me to connect emotionally. And while the action and effects seemed pretty video gamey, they were cool to look at. Snyder can definitely do effects and action. The gravity effects the world engine caused were especially effective. That shit had me tense. Another thing I thought worked was the interweaving of Kal-El's backstory into the current day plot. I felt they gave just enough of his childhood without dedicating the entire first half of the movie to that. And as actiony and aggro as things were, I still connected enough with the characters that when Jonathan Kent was swept away, I got a little choked up. No tears rolled, but getting me to feel there counts for something. I also thought it was smart that the actual utterance of the word Superman was slow-rolled. And cheesy or not, I even dug it when Lois almost said it before getting cut off. All that said, I think the level of destruction levied on Smallville is a bit hard to overlook. That town ate serious dick. I mourned for that IHOP. And obviously the fucking hammer was dropped on Metropolis. Might as well knock the few standing buildings down and start fresh. Henry Cavill was effective as Kal-El. I've liked him since the Tudors, and I think he played the character pretty well. Stoic, chiseled, appropriately Christ-like. Amy Adams was a terrific Lois Lane, but she's terrific in everything. Shit, she made me care about a Julia Child movie, so this was easy work for her. Russell Crowe is good as Jor-El, especially when he's in hologram form. I actually thought his few scenes with Lois were one of the highlights of the film. And as rad as Christopher Meloni is, I just can't look at that dude and not think about the sexual victims unit. Too many years as Elliot Stabler to ignore, boss. That really is a great show. As cliched as it is to nitpick the logic of Superman, I found myself wondering, why does Zod have an American accent and Jor-El has an English accent? And I'm pretty sure one of Zod's underlings had what sounded like an Eastern European accent. I'm not saying I won't concede, but at least explain it to me a little. Also, we see that Superman's chest hair is fireproof. Does that mean that his facial hair is also fireproof? And if that's the case, is it razor-proof? In which case, how does this motherfucker shave? Finally, and this isn't really a complaint, but I'm pretty sure I heard a kid call young Clark Dick Splash right before the bus went off of the bridge. What's a Dick Splash? Was that kid clairvoyant and referring to the fact that Clark was about to go splash into the river? Dick Splash.
Dick Splash.
Whatever the case, I ended up really enjoying Man of Steel. If you made me choose between Cavill, Reeves, or Routh, I'm going sexy Henry Cavill all day. If you prefer your superhero movies cheerful, with like rainbows and unicorns and shit, this ain't the one for you. But for me, it's like a sore dick. You can't beat it. Thanks for stopping by to chat about Man of Steel. If you like what I do or are feeling generous, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. The links are right below me here. And please join me next time when I'll be showing you the best way to clean a carburetor. I don't even know what a fucking carburetor is.